Hi Virgo, and welcome to your March 2022 predictions reading. So lovely to have you here. Virgo, if you are a Sun, Moon, Rising Virgo or have strong Virgo placements in your chart, then this reading will be for you. If you're cross-watching and checking up on a Virgo that you care about, then that's fine, welcome. I just need you to know, cross-watcher, that I'm a very honest reader, so if you hear or see something that you don't like, you have been warned. Cross-watch at your own discretion. Now in today's reading, we're going to be getting general predictions for the month of March 2022. We are going to start with an oracle card, and then I'll be pulling tarot to get further specific information, and we'll close your reading with another oracle card for advice. I will be doing mid-month readings as well. In this month, we're going to be focusing on love in the middle of the month because I didn't really focus on it for the start of the month. Let's pull that oracle card and see what Spirit can tell us about your month ahead. What can Virgo expect for the month of March, please, Spirit? What is their main theme for the month of March? Virgo, there's a card in here. I think it's parsley. I don't know if we're supposed to take that one or if it's the card next to it. What is Virgo's main theme for the month of March? Okay, this is a heck of a lot of everything. We're going to take tarragon and banana. Cucumber came up too. Something's affecting your emotions this month. I don't think it's anything to be worried about. It might just be changes to your home situation or changes to your family, and it makes you feel a little bit uncertain. I want to say that you have a lot of support, and if you talk about this with your loved ones, that feeling will be at ease. But it feels like you're more concerned about the long term, like what's going to happen with your family in the future, Virgo. So the main two cards over here that came out was Tarragon, the regeneration card in this deck. It's associated with the fire element. We have Aries and the number 17. And the second card you got was this banana card. So banana in this deck is associated with duality, water, and the number 27. There's usually a sign as well. Let me see, where is that sign? No, it's just water. Interesting. Well, duality makes me think of Cancer and Pisces, so I want to say that there's a lot of that watery energy there. Listen, on my days, Virgo, I feel like in March, the duality that I'm getting is there are changes, but I don't think this happened in March. I think this happened in February, and it was just a change to your routine or a change to your life, your daily life, and I feel like this is a situation that you have to kind of grow with. It feels like it didn't happen to you in the sense of like you weren't a part of the change, you just were given it and you had to roll with it. I think with regeneration, you're going to start to find ways to grow. You're going to start to kind of get your roots in and feel more certain about what this change is offering you, as well as how you can grow with this change. But I feel with tarragon here that it's going to be subtle and slow, and that the desire is to quickly kind of stabilize and feel more at ease with your situation. But with Aries, I think that it's about being determined to grow and trying not to get frustrated with how slow it may be growing. Aries makes me think of the first house and this really fresh energy that makes you want to just get out there and experience life in one bite. But that's not how life works. Things need to happen in their own time, and there is this unseen natural order to things. So I feel like there is frustration in March of things that you're expecting to grow in terms of how quickly they're growing for you. And with this duality, it's really about finding ways to distract yourself from the things that you cannot control. I think with duality here, that's where your emotions are coming into play. Your emotions are really affecting the quality of your month, because if you are able to find a way to deal with your sadness, your frustration, your anger, then you can embrace some of the other softer, happier feelings that you have as well, or the more content feelings, the more peaceful feelings as well. So it's kind of about distracting yourself from the things that you can't control in the month of March, Virgo, and finding balance in the things that you can. I feel with this duality that there is something that you kind of are trying to put your energy towards, and you're balancing that with what you need to do as well, because you seem to need to do things in March as well. So let's get some tarot out and we'll have a deeper look at your month of March for Virgo, please, Spirit. What is happening in March for Virgo? What is happening in March? You're working on something here. We had 2 8s, but the 8 of Swords is the card that came out, and this 8 of Swords is upright. What is happening in the month of March for Virgo, please, Spirit? We have the 6 of Pentacles in the reverse position. What is happening in the month of March for Virgo? We have the Queen of Pentacles, a lot of earth energy here for you, sweets. The earth signs did get a lot of earth energy so far. I want to clarify these cards straight away. If I need more cards, I'll pull them out later. Can I clarify the 8 of Swords, please, Spirit? What is happening in March for Virgo? We have the Ace of Swords in the reverse position now. Okay, what about the 6 of Pentacles, please, Spirit? Why is the 6 of Pentacles here for Virgo? We got the Knight. This card seems to be coming out for a lot of us. So there are emotions, I think, just as a collective right now. This is some scary times. So I think that's what's going on here. But I want to clarify this Queen of Pentacles before we go forward. Queen of Pentacles is clarified by the universe. This beautiful feeling of a culmination, closing of a cycle, and a moment to pause, reflect before we move forward and start a new chapter of our lives. Back of the deck, we have the 9 of Pentacles. So this is Virgo energy, in my opinion. I always associate the 9 of Pentacles with Virgo. And I think that what's happening for you overall in the month of March is that you're trying to figure out how to maintain the security that you've experienced previously, or you're really trying to grow and gain security in March. You're trying to feel like you have independence. You're trying to feel like you have control over yourself, over your finances, over your resources, your lifestyle, your home. And I feel like this is your main focus, is just getting that control, that financial control, that financial independence, this sense of being safe with your money in March. And it also is a reflection of your worth, because I think that you need to feel those things in order to feel secure in who you are. So we start the month of March over here with the 8 of Swords and the Ace of Swords. Something was done that you're not happy about, and you feel like a victim of your circumstances. I do think that a regrettable decision was made with the Ace of Swords reversed, but I don't think it's you. It feels like somebody did this to you. I'm seeing a male figure. Someone who you trusted did this to you. So it could be that with the Ace of Swords reversed, it was something has happened to you that you weren't expecting. It seemed to blindside you. You feel like a victim of your circumstances. And I want to say that this is also leading you to believe that there aren't many ways out of this situation. There's only one thing that you can do. Your hands are tied. You can't do anything else. So you're just trying to figure out, how to move forward with what you have. I feel with the 8 of Swords upright that the main issue with this situation is the lack of information. I want to say that it's very frustrating and scary, but I also think with the 8 of Swords being upright that there is a way out. We just can't see it yet, or we're not able to see it yet. With the Ace of Swords reversed, I feel like this is something that was done either prematurely or in a way where it was regretted after the fact. But I also feel with that Ace of Swords reversed that there is more information coming to us that can help us get out of this. And unfortunately, that's where we need that patience. We can't rush that process. We have to let that information come our way. I also want you to know that if you're feeling stuck in that first week and a half of March and you're overthinking and you feel like that you don't have the answers, there is something you can do for yourself, an option that you have thought of briefly, but you disregarded it because you felt it wasn't suitable to your circumstances at the start of the month. But I think that as the month progresses, especially as that first week and a half of March closes, you're going to revisit that thought and use it to help get you out of this situation. So just remember that, make a mental note. Something you thought about doing, you disregarded early, is going to come back to you, and it's going to be something that you do want to do. Now, in the middle of March, Virgo, what I'm seeing here is you feeling like you're out of balance when it comes to your money. The Six of Pentacles reverse makes me think of a loan or debt. It makes me think that someone's asking you for money, or you need to get a loan or ask for money. And I feel like this is just your resources being unbalanced. We know that your focus is self and security, and part of that is financial security. So in the middle of the month, I do see you trying to figure out a way to balance out your material world and to get more in order to by spending less in a way. So you may take out a loan. With this being clarified by the Knight, it's more of like an emotional issue, and it feels like it has more to do with you being at peace in your mind and feeling more sure of what you can do. I think that it would be helpful to research and look into the types of support available to you. Try not to just accept the one at the top of the list. Try to figure out if there's a better way to do it, especially if it's a loan. I'm always going to encourage you to check and see what's available for you when it comes to funding and support, financial support. So check schemes, check grants, check if there's anything out there that can suit your position without you being charged a ridiculous interest if you want to take out a loan. I think with the Knight here, you feel like this is something you have to do. You don't really want to, but you feel like you have to. Now, if this isn't money, it could be your health. You feel like your health is not in the best position in the middle of the month, and it's starting to impact how you see yourself. I want to say with the Knight card reverse, there's a feeling here of just being quite heavy and feeling sad and feeling like you don't have a lot of options again. So you're going to just try to pick whatever option is the shiniest or whatever option you feel best about. And I think that with the Knight being here, we're not able to see the big picture. We're not thinking clearly, or we're not asking enough questions and researching enough options, because I do think that there are multiple things that you could do here. So just remember that in the middle of the month. The other reason why the Knight is here is somebody who you care about could be going through a hard time and could need some support. They may say they want money, but I think they actually need someone to talk to. I think maybe they need money to feed themselves as well, but I think that there's just this emotional sort of yearning in the middle of the month, and it's coming externally as well as your emotions. So just be aware of that in the middle of the month there. If somebody's asking you for a $20 loan, maybe, ask them how they're doing, because it's not just the money. I think that there's this sad energy in the middle of the month for you. Now, as you close your month, Virgo, we have the Queen of Pentacles and the Universe. This is technically more like Capricorn vibes, but I do feel that strong earth energy here with the Queen of Pentacles. I see that the end of your month, that last week and a half, is going to be about you getting back into a position of power and authority and feeling like you can manage your world in a material sense. This could look like you getting a promotion or you leveling up in your financial aspects and just feeling like you have more control over your income. I think with the Universe here, some of y'all could even be graduating or could be receiving recognition in the workplace. So it does feel like a promotion, Virgo. Or it feels like you finally getting to put that initial or those letters at the end of your name if you're graduating. I think with the Universe being here, the important thing for you to know is that the end of the month is about closing out a cycle successfully, feeling accomplished, feeling recognized, feeling as though you have something to celebrate. This is a sense of achievement, Virgo. You've done well. Your hard work has paid off. And this is going to improve your quality of living. Your status is being elevated because of your efforts. You feel more secure in your material world. And I think that this has been a cycle that has taken a long time to close. You've put a lot of effort towards it, and so you're very grateful, and it is definitely a time to feel grateful for what your effort has cultivated. And this is where I think your turning point with regeneration really hits. Now you feel more secure, and you feel like April is a little bit more kind of in your hands. I think that you can make some big plans then as you start your new cycle about what you want to do with your newfound sense of security and financial sort of elevation. So that's what I'm seeing for you. Let's get an oracle card now to get some closing advice for Virgo, please, Spirit. What is their closing advice for the month of March for Virgo? What is their closing advice for the month of March? Oh my days. What is Virgo's closing advice for the month of March? What is Virgo's closing advice? Hello. Oh, we have passion for purpose in the reverse position. This came out for one of the water signs, so you may have water in your chart. Passion for purpose is the number 2, and it's reverse. So I feel like the advice here is to not give up on a dream, a goal, or some sort of project that you've been working on. I think that you will be successful. There may have been some minor setbacks in February, but I do see your stamina helping you through this, and your ability to stay focused and to stay on track, also you helping you through this. I want you to know that when it comes to the month of March, I do think that it's about sort of working with the setbacks, and I think that it's about trying not to take on too much, being very strategic about your actions, especially if it's working with money. I think that it's okay to take a loan in order to get ahead, because it will pay off by the end of the month. Just make sure that you're choosing the right option for yourself. I do see you feeling stuck and feeling delayed, and I think that those feelings need logical and curious answers. So just make sure you're checking your options, you know what your options are. And I believe with passion for purpose here that there is a disconnect between your desires and what you can do, and that's leading to a lot of frustrations. I think that after the month of March, you'll feel more confident about pursuing your ambitions and pursuing the things that you are desiring in terms of your passions and your creative projects. But in the month of March, you feel very limited by your physical circumstances, and you feel like there's not a lot of chances. It's overwhelming your thought process. So just be patient with your circumstances. Put a pause button on these creative projects, but by all means, don't give up on them. I see major improvements coming by the end of the month for you, Virgo. So that's what I'm seeing for you, Virgo, Sun, Moon, Rising, and cross watchers. I hope that was helpful for you. I hope you have a wonderful March ahead. You may choose to come back to this reading throughout the month, as these messages will probably resonate more as the month progresses. I would also recommend that you have a look at the other aspects of your chart, any other strong placements that you have. Usually people like to look at their sun, moon, rising signs, but it really depends on what part of your chart you're focusing on in this month. If you're not familiar with your natal chart, I recommend that you do have a look at the free reports online and get comfortable with your placements and sort of figure out what areas you want to focus on. Otherwise, you're more than welcome to just stick to your sun sign as well. I will be coming back in the middle of the month for your love predictions reading, but until then, please look after yourselves, and I shall connect with you very, very soon. Bye, Virgo!